What up, tube? What the business is? I come across a lot of these conversations on social media, on Facebook. A lot of these women all up in their feelings, really hard, swimming in a river of feelings, mad, projecting anger, coming out their face. Everybody got something to say about Michael B. Jordan deciding to stop messing with that thought, Lori Harvey. Now these women want to come out, got something to say, got feelings. Come across these little silly memes all the time. Like this one that I just read recently in this Facebook group I'm in. What does Harlot say? We gonna check it out. Actually, one of these punk ass simps put this meme out. When you niggas gonna learn? You can't expect a real woman to wait on you to get it together. The wait is over. This is what the meme says. And you have this broad in the comment section talking about preach, exclamation points. And I find it hilarious. These bitches want to be co-signing little silly comments like that, saying little stuff like that. Do you have it together? Are you in shape? Or are you fat walking around with a bubble gut? Oh, I don't want to talk about that, huh? And all because they secrets is out. Their secrets is out in the open. They didn't think men, young and old, will find their little secrets. The double talking. So I'm gonna say one thing, but I really want something else. If you want the general overall synopsis as far as women's nature, all you would have to simply do is evaluate children. 5 years old, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, 9, 10. Childhood. How they are often contradictory. How they too don't really truly know what they want. No. That's why it's so important to guide children in the right direction, because if you don't, they fall off track, they start to go astray, they end up destroying their own lives as well as people in close proximity, like relatives and loved ones, all because their brains are underdeveloped. They don't have a concept of common sense. The sky's blue, water is wet. Experience in life. So guide children. You give them wisdom growing up. And once they become adults, actualized adults, you can still guide them and you can give them advice where warranted, you know, where warranted. Helping them out. But the difference is when you're dealing with women and they think they're grown, they think they know everything, they can never do anything wrong. Amazing how that works. Fellas, have you ever noticed? Have you ever took this into consideration? Just overall, conceptually. When a relationship and or a marriage, when it's in trouble, when you hear that, okay, the relationship's in trouble, the marriage is in trouble, I guarantee you, it always comes down to something the man is or is not doing. It's on him. If she's not happy, it's his fault. If the sex isn't where it's supposed to be, it's always his fault. He's the problem. The common denominator. And these bras with this type of thought process to walk around always pointing a finger at the man. It's always the man's fault. This is why I don't deal with you dusty nigga. All those silly childish names they want you to call brothers and stuff. And it's amazing that, these brothers, you say they dusty, they ain't hitting or nothing and all this and that, but you hoes stay pregnant, don't you? Don't you? You hoes stay pregnant. And amazingly, simultaneously, you stay single also. But you supposedly have everything together and don't expect a good woman to wait on you. You know what? Fair enough. That's fair. Well, guess what, ladies? It's a two-way street. Don't expect the rich guy to wait for you. A guy who's in shape, a guy who works out all the time. A guy that has millions falling out of his pocket and look at those millions on the ground and walk away like, who cares? Don't expect them to be looking for you either. So you guys have an inflated sense, not only an inflated sense of entitlement, but an air of invincibility. This is how you view yourselves. You think you can do nothing wrong ever. It's never, ever, ever your fault. Fellas, when was the last time? And you speaking on your relationships, your previous marriages and stuff like that. When was the last time that woman ever said, you know what? I was wrong. That is completely my fault and I'm sorry for it. I need to work on that. I need to be better. Just think about it. You can go all the way back to grade school. All the way back. As far back as you want to go. Your relationships, your marriages. When was the last time you heard a woman say that? I'm willing to bet it comes very close to never. Because they don't do that. They have no concept of what accountability is. You can go in nature and learn the very basic, the very minimum construct of what accountability is. Let's say you're out in the wild, where let's say you're in Africa. I'm gonna use Africa as an example. You're in a portion of the continent where lions and tigers, they roam around freely. They're in their natural habitat. They're just roaming around freely. Would you walk up to one of these lions and punch it in the face? No, you would not. Because if you had any kind of common sense, you would know, if I do that, that lion is going to tear my ass up completely. It will kill me. It will maul me. That's basic common sense. From that basic common sense, you're aware of being accountable. You're accountable for your actions. I'm not gonna hit that lion. That lion will kill me. If I choose to go over there and hit that lion, then I need to be prepared for whatever comes next. That's just basic common sense and survival etiquette in life. But when you try to apply these same principles to the modern woman, especially the modern day black woman, who is absolutely out of control and who under no circumstances whatsoever will ever hold herself accountable for anything. And she runs with a pack of cane toads who will co-sign everything she does, reinforcing the mindset of I don't have to be accountable for anything, because in the end somebody's going to rescue me. When she says somebody, she's really talking about you simps, because a lot of them have this fantasy that they're going to find this Michael B. Jordan type of guy, perfect guy, he's in great shape, he's rich, the whole nine. Under this delusion that they're going to find the same type of guy. And if common sense is applied, you would realize that there's not a lot of Mike B. Jordan types to go around anyway. And you're looking at him from the aspect of his acting skills and his ability to play a character in whatever movie or TV shows. That's not real life. That's delusional thinking. And a lot of these women, these westernized women, especially the black ones, have an overinflated ego and self-entitlement thought process. I mean, they just think they can do nothing wrong, and they're entitled to the best of everything. They don't give a damn what anybody else says. They don't care about being feminine or submissive, because they view themselves as in direct competition with black men. That's why they trash us every chance they get and talk shit about us every chance they get. And that's all fine and dandy, because in the end, that delusional mindset will be their downfall anyway. There will be future TV shows and movies about all of these future cat ladies. House for cats. Some of them trying to switch up and buy dogs because they don't, not that they really like dogs or want a dog in particular. They're trying to deflect and run away from the stigma of being the cat lady. The old, single, bitter cat lady. Like the lady on The Simpsons. And whenever she pops up, she's just throwing cats at people. Like the crazy woman she is. A lot of you Western women, a lot of you black women, you are going in the same direction. You will be the cat lady on The Simpsons. Yes, you will. Because for whatever reason, you think you deserve the top 1% of men anyway. Yeah. And as far as Michael B. Jordan is concerned, y'all can get mad all y'all want. Majority of y'all, he wouldn't try to fuck with y'all anyway. Which is probably why, and recently speaking, last few days or whatever, it's either pictures have been taken or it's been alluded to that some people may allegedly have seen Michael B. Jordan out and about, and he seems to be trending back in the direction of dating white women. Or let's just say others. You know, he might like Asian women too. You know, so all this is allegedly. But that portion is on him because he chose to settle down with a thought. That's what makes him a simp. You choose to give a thought wifely treatment, uplift her, uphold her. She doesn't even behold herself in that manner, but you put her on that pedestal. And she could never reach that level. She knows this. So that's where he's screwing up. You hear all these little bitter cane toads in these little comment sections on social media who want to co-sign that meme as if they have all their stuff together. Are you in shape? They want to point out our beard cuts and this and that. I'm speaking in generalities. Because me, personally, I work out. I've been working out since, I'm 48 now. I've been working out since I was 21 years old. So that lifestyle was ingrained in me way back in the day. And I just carried it on throughout my life. So when it comes to beard belly, beard gut, and all that, I cannot relate. That doesn't apply to me. But a lot of these women walking around with this entitled attitude who are walking around themselves with bubble guts. Yes, you have a bubble gut. And the common excuse is always, oh, I had children. Oh man, your children are in their 30s. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You are a bunch of bitter heifers. The wall smacks all of you, whether you like it or not. And those of you who don't work out, it's going to smack you the worst. Because whether you like it or not, your delusions of grandeur is going to crash and burn right in front of your face. And you're going to learn the hard way. And it's going to be such a harsh lesson. You think your hearts were broken before. Life and that wall that's coming straight for your face is going to humble you heifers real quickly. So that being said, I'm going to close this session out. And fellas, ignore a lot of the shit that these hoes be saying because the proof is going to be in the pudding. If they were such a catch and they're great and they're this and that, some man would have made them their wife by now. That should tell you something right there. But nope. No man chooses to marry these type of broads, and they're mad as hell that their secrets have been exposed online, even though they themselves pretty much revealed themselves to guys. Things the guys didn't used to know. these heifers who can't hold water started getting online, talking, and information travels. So as information traveled, sooner or later it circulates to a guy's ear. He starts listening. He starts paying attention. Now the wheels in his mind start turning because he's thinking logically. Like, okay, if this is how they think, I need to redo my whole way of life. I need to rethink my whole way of approaching dating and possibly marriage. So, ladies, thanks a lot for being so vain in your assessment of yourself, thinking that guys would never figure it out. On behalf of guys everywhere who has figured it out, thank you very much for having a big mouth. And that being said, Red Blizzard is in the wind. Because, yo, it's cool any way the wind blow. I'm out.